CCIW is proud to participate in the NCAA Office of Inclusion's Diversity and Social Media campaign held October 27th to the 29th. As part of this campaign, the CCIW will conduct a series of interviews where we talk to student athletes, coaches, and administrators throughout the conference and get a sense of how the CCIW membership is fostering an inclusive environment. Today, we welcome Illinois Wesleyan assistant softball coach, Nikki Miller. Thank you for joining us today.
Of course.
As part of the Illinois Wesleyan Athletics Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Action Committee, Miller and the committee have found a unique way to help break the ice in the form of a book club. So my first question is, how did you come up with the idea of conducting a book club?
Yeah, when we formed this committee this summer, we sent out a survey to both of our student athletes and our staff. And one of the questions was, what are you interested in? What do you want to do? Do you want speakers? Do you want a book club? Do you want to watch movies together? What do you want? And an overwhelmingly majority of our staff said they'd be interested in a book club. So that's what kind of sparked it. And we just started last week. So
you said you just started it last week. So how has it been received so far in this early going?
It's been really good. We have about 8 members, and we had both a Zoom and in person last week meeting. We're reading White Fragility by Robin DiAngelo, and it was a really good discussion. I think it went 10 out of 10 the first meeting. It's just a really good way to kind of break the ice with everybody and get talking about important topics such as race in our country. And it's a safe space for all of us to talk freely and just express our concerns and the education we're getting from the book.
So what are the long-term goals of this activity, and where do you see it evolving from here?
Yeah, I think, the more books we read, the better. We're looking forward to read books by Black authors in the future, but we wanted to start with Robin DiAngelo's book because we thought it was a good base of knowledge. And I think people are at different spots in their knowledge of, race and the issues in our country right now. So we thought it was a good base, and we're going to build off that and just continue to have these conversations because I think they're really important.
Are there similar activities taking place within Illinois Wesleyan Athletics Department that are help fostering these discussions on diversity and inclusion?
Yeah, a lot of our teams and their coaches have, brought in speakers for their own team to listen to. My team is doing a book club as well, so I'm doing that with my girls. But we've also had our Office of Diversity and Inclusion from up on campus come and speak to our staff last week as a whole department about safe zone training for LGBTQ plus student athletes and way to foster relationships with them and help them in anything they may be going through. So we've had, buy-in on campus as well. That'll help us with that. And then we're knee deep in our voting initiative right now. So that's the big one that we're going forward with.
And if I could ask just one more follow-up question, how has this made you feel in the work that you're doing?
I think it's great. I think it's really cool that, our administration, both in the athletic department and up on campus, is really supportive of our initiatives. And I'm excited for things that our committee does in the future. We just added student athletes to our committee as well. So I'm excited to see what they bring and what their ideas are to help foster this. This talk about race, LGBTQ, any type of diversity and inclusion we can talk about and help in our community as well.
Great. Well, I want to thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate all your insight, and I wish you and Illinois Wesleyan all the best going forward and the work that you're doing on this committee. I think it's a very positive for both your institution, your department, and this conference. So thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.